In this video, I will try to explain the difference between absolute errors, relative or fractional errors, and percentage errors. So, let us start with absolute error. Let's say we have got a rod like this and we want to measure its length. So, the actual length or the accurate length is 3 meter, but by mistake, when we are measuring, due to some error in the instrument, what we measured is 3.1 meter. So, actually, it was 3 meter, but what we measured is 3.1 meter. So you can say that there is error, right? And to calculate the absolute error, you have to get the accurate length, right? This is the accurate length, 3 meters, and subtract the measured length. So what we measured is 3.1. So after subtraction, what we get is the absolute error. And generally, we just consider the magnitude of the absolute error. So that is, we do not consider the sign. We have to take the modulus of this. So the error is zero point 0.1. Now, for some time being, don't consider about this mean absolute error. I will come back to that. First, let us have a look at the relative error and fractional or the fractional error. So we know that what is the absolute error, right? So we just got the real length and the measured length. So we just subtracted that. But in the relative error, what we do is that we take this absolute error and then divide it by measured length, say x, and that is called as a relative error. So just get the absolute error and then divide by the measured length. Then finally percentage error can be calculated by multiplying this value relative error by 100. That's it. That is the difference between absolute error, relative error and percentage error. Now let us look at this mean absolute error. So what happens is that since there is errors, what we do is that we take multiple readings, okay? And after taking multiple readings, we take the absolute error for each reading, say delta x1, delta x2, delta xn, like that. And once we have these multiple absolute errors, we just take the modulus of that, take the sum of that, and then divide by number of readings. And finally, what we get is that mean absolute error. So that is called as mean absolute error. So if you have a lot of readings, then we can calculate the mean absolute error and then divide it by the mean value. That's it. Thanks for watching.